Okay, first up this week is going to be the Winter Solstice, book number 4 in the Wandering Inn series, written by Pirate Abba. It is, get this folks, 1,109 pages, all for the low, low price of $3.99. It is not available on Kindle Unlimited, however, and that's because the author actually has everything online. You can go to their Patreon page, you can go to, I think it's also on a place like Royal Road, where you can find it there for free. If you really want to read this version, of the free version. The people who purchase it from Amazon are absolutely just doing the best they can to support the author. And I'm one of those people. I'm more than happy to pay $4 for over 1,000 pages of entertainment. And that equates to, I think, like 40 hours of audiobook enjoyment once the audiobook version is released. So definitely go support this author. Go buy the book, even if you already read it online for free and you liked it. Go purchase, because supporting authors encourages them to keep producing. So there you go. And from my tone of things I've already said, you could probably already guess my review. This is an entertaining story. I had a good time with it. It's probably not my favorite in the series, and that's just because I enjoy progression. I enjoy actually a plot moving forward, and that doesn't really happen a ton here. This is another one of those entries into the series where it feels like it's a smaller short stories where there is some progression in perspective with the Rags, the female goblin from the series, her kind of adventure and her story. There's some good progression in there, but there's also like an insert from I'm not sure this is a side series or a side set of short stories for some of the other main characters, Pisces and Ceria, I think her name is, or that's how you say it in my brain. It's a kind of a backstory of them when they were in Wistram Academy and the hijinks and adventures and things they did there that led up to like their relationship as it is revealed in the early portions of the series. And then it switches to Ryoka and some other like single characters, including the main character, Erin, and the things that are going on there. And there's a little like side piece of like, Christmas stories and adventures and like the spreading of the Christmas spirit and the things that happen in the characters there. It's all very cute, but again, it kind of amounts to a collection of short stories to a degree. And they were all very entertaining. I like them. Again, I also like short stories. But when it comes to the series, the ones I really like, the ones I give 8 out of 10 to are the ones that have like great, just amazing progression arcs, like these huge battles and these things that happen. I'm like, oh, okay, those things do it for me. And while I still enjoy this one, it's getting a good review score. Not quite as good as other entries into the series, but I'm sure everybody who's enjoyed the series will still like it. The Christmas stuff especially is super cute. As far as like conflicts in the story, there are various conflicts. You're also going to get pulls from other characters meeting our main series characters finally, like Ryoka and some other characters, a certain blind emperor perhaps, from the other book. You get some cross sections here, which I appreciated as somebody who's read those other shorter stories. And overall, entertaining story still. Again, I like the short story collections, and each one is very entertaining. But it does kind of show, this is originally a serial story that's like published a chapter on at a time online, which sometimes means you get shorter, tighter story arcs, and that's kind of the case in this particular entry in the series. For me, still gets a good review score, 7.7 out of 10, which is still really good. Not quite great, for the reasons I mentioned personally. But still, had a good time with it. That's Winter Solstice, book number 4, with the score 7.7 out of 10, which is, again, really good still.